And that's the time when we begin the next stage, which is at-tafakhur bainakum, that we start to boast and we start to compete with each other. That's the time that we start to now look for the best jobs, look for the best businesses to start, look for the best options, chase those contracts, do all of these different things to try and gain a one-up on our contemporaries. That's the time when many people will be looking for mentors, they'll be looking for sponsors, they'll be looking for people that can help them to achieve success in society and what we deem as being successful in society. And that's the time when people enter into their careers or into their trades and they start to establish themselves in the adult world and they're competing with each other. And we know now with the state of the economy that that competition is often very, very fierce competition. And so anytime you present yourself to somebody in that stage of your life, imagine from the age of 21 to the age of 28, after you ask someone's name, usually the first thing you ask or are asked is, what do you do? Who are you? What's your job? What's your role? And usually that's for people to be able to gauge whether this person will be helpful to me or not, or whether I should move with this person or not. And we start to compete with each other in trying to attain rank and trying to attain status. And then from the age of 28 to the age of 35, that's when we start to focus on at-takathur fil amwali wal awlad, gathering as much money as possible and having as much children as possible. Well, nowadays, people don't usually try to have as many children as possible, but they try and think about having children and the quality of their education. So from the age of 28 onwards, and some people are blessed to be married earlier than that, but from the age of 28, that's when you start focusing on trying to establish yourself, trying to establish your wealth and create your legacy, trying to think about what you're going to leave behind for your children, or starting a family, or further establishing your family, or doing things that will boost your family. And for most people who stay in this position of being ahlul dunya, people of this dunya, then that is the pinnacle of their existence, and everything that they do after that is centered around one of those 5 things. But then in the second part of the verse, Allah continues describing the life of this world. And He describes it as a plant that grows and becomes green and beautiful, and then it withers and it becomes brown and dry, and then it dies.